In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best center cards right now in NBA 2K25 Myteam on a tier list here, ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 25-ish of the best centers currently in the game. Not gonna lie, the center position is probably the smallest in the entire game. Like, there's just not that many great center cards in my team right now, but the first one here is going to be Pink Diamond Dikembe, and we're probably starting with one of the weaker ones on this list. I might even throw Dikembe Mutombo in that D tier category because I just don't think this card is really all that great. He's 7'2", 7'7" wingspan. He is a really good defender. I mean, 99 block, 99 interior defense. It's hard to get better than that, but he just can't hit a 3-ball, 43 ball, not a great jump shot. So if you're okay using an inside center, I guess you could go with Dikembe Mutombo, but I think I'm gonna put him in D tier. I think in B tier though is gonna be Pink Diamond Big Z. I think Big Z does have some value because of his size. Not Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, not sure why I'm clicking on him. But Big Z, 7'3" at center, 7'7" wingspan, 85 3-ball, 93 mid-range, does have a very solid jump shot for a center card, and I think his ability to stretch the floor really does hold value in this game right now. Yes, he's a little bit slow, 69 speed, 69 agility, not the greatest in the world, but I still think his defense is good enough. I like his 3-point shooting, and he's got great size and a great wingspan at the center position. The next card here, I think Pink Diamond Porzingis is actually an A tier center card. Porzingis is an absolute demigod, even though it's not his 100 overall, that we'll obviously get to here in a second, but he's still 7'2" at center, 7'6" wingspan. I think he's just a better version of a card like Big Z. He's got probably a better release. He's way quicker than that 69 speed Big Z card, or 67, however fast that card was. He's got 80 speed, may not have the best defensive stats in the world, but he gets great defensive animations, and I think Pink Diamond Porzingis is still an A tier center card in this game. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I would say, is probably B or A tier. Every time I face this Kareem card, he does surprise me, and he plays a lot better in game. But he's, again, a card that only has a 64 3-ball. He does have a 92 mid-range, a really good defensive card. He's 7'2", 7'5" wingspan. The jump shot's not amazing, but I actually really do like this Kareem card in game. I think he's top tier. Maybe you could throw him in B tier, but I think for now he's going to be in the A tier spot. Patrick Ewing, I think fits perfectly in that C tier category. He's not a bad center by any means. Like, he's definitely very solid. 7 foot at center, 7'4" wingspan, 83 pointer, 95 mid-range, really good defensive stats and badges. The jump shot though, on slow timing, I think really holds this card back. For me, the only reason why he's over Dikembe Mutombo is because he can actually make a 3-point shot compared to Dikembe, but realistically not that great of a center. Greg Oden, I would say, is probably also in C tier, but maybe you could even argue in that D tier category. He's got a 79 3-ball, so again, he can shoot at least, you know, better than Dikembe Mutombo. He's got a 97 block, 92 interior defense. The jump shot actually isn't that horrible. Like, Kemba upper is pretty good. Dwight Howard base is not that horrible. Got good defensive badges for Hall of Fame, and yeah, on Hall of Fame. And yeah, I think he's actually not a horrible center card, but I think he's going to be in that C tier category. Pink Diamond Victor Wembanyama will obviously get to his Galaxy Opal card, but Pink Diamond Wemby, guys, is easily a top 5 center in this game, probably top 2 or 3. Like, he is just absolutely ridiculous at the center position, and it's not even his best card. We'll talk about the Galaxy Opal here in a second, but 7'4" center, 7'8" wingspan, a knockdown release with an 87 3-ball, Hall of Fame set shot specialist. We know Wemby's one of the best defensive cards in this game. The speed could be a little bit higher on this Pink Diamond, but if you get a badged out 1, he is still a top level center in this game, and I think is definitely deserving of that S tier category. Galaxy Opal Wilt, I would say, is a very similar card to Kareem. They don't have great jump shots and they have low 3-balls, but they really impact the game in other ways. Like, Will Chamberlain has an 8-foot wingspan. He's 7'1". His rebounding on the offensive glass is insane. He grabs so many offensive rebounds for me, getting me second chance points and putbacks, you know, getting those offensive rebounds to an easy putback, that it really does come in handy to have a card like this. The fact that he can also play power forward is just an insane mismatch, but I think even at center, I would say he's going to be in the A tier category alongside Kareem. Galaxy Opal D-Rob, I would say, is probably still an A tier center. Now, he did come out in season 3, so he came out quite a while ago, but this card's still really good, man. 7'1" at center, 7'5" wingspan. He's actually got an 89 3-ball, jump shot on normal timing. I always loved David Robinson's release in game. He's a great defender as well, 97 block, 97 interior defense, really good Hall of Fame defensive badges. He's a great slasher as well. He's got Hall of Fame posterizer, really good Hall of Fame finishing badges. And yeah, I think David Robinson still easily, I would put him in the A tier category. I definitely don't think he's S tier anymore, but I think he's deserving of A. I think another card in A is going to be Shaquille O'Neal, and maybe you could put Shaq in the S tier category, but I just think him having a 68 3 ball, not that great of a jump shot. It's on slow timing. He reminds me a lot of, again, a Wilt Chamberlain or a Kareem. Even though they're not going to be knocked down from 3, they are still so dominant in other ways that allows them to be A tier center cards. I think to be in the S tier category, you got to be like a Wemby, who is a great 3-point shooter, but also can defend, rebound, and be super tall at a very high level. So I think Shaq's going to be an A tier. Again, alongside Yao Ming. Now, Yao Ming, he might actually be an S. I think you could argue Yao Ming in the S tier category because, like I mentioned, he's got that size, he's tall, but he's actually got a 72 3-pointer and a way better jump shot than a lot of those guys. I think Yao Ming's probably an S tier. I really like this Galixopal Yao. I think he's better than all of these centers in the A tier category. He's 7'6", 7'9" wingspan. I mean, all those guys are very elite defenders, but Yao Ming is great as well. But I think he's going to be an S tier. Dark Matter Hakeem, I like running a lot more at power forward, but I still think if you run this card at center, he's an S tier center. 7 foot, 7'3" tall. Sorry, 7 foot, 7'3" wingspan. An elite defender, once again, 98 block, 98 interior defense. A lot of these centers, I mean, they all have great defensive stats and badges. It really just comes down to their offense. Hakeem, great jump shot on very quick timing, very consistent. He's actually got great dribble sigs as well. He can move a little bit for the center position. Probably the best dribbling center we have in this game right now that I can think of, at least on this list. So I would put Hakeem Olajuwon for sure an S. Now, I think Sabonis, the free Sabonis, he can shoot, so that definitely is nice to have at being 7'3" tall, but he is really slow, 50 speed, jump shot, normal timing. Actually, I would say probably C tier. I think he's just a little bit worse of a card than this Pink Diamond Big Z. Talking about the 100 overall Kristaps, obviously, guys, he's going to be in that S tier category. Maybe still is the best card in the game, or you could argue that 100 overall MJ, but it's 100 overall Kristaps, 7'2", can play center, 7'6" wingspan. The card is still absolutely unreal. He's got a great jump shot on very quick timing. He's even got the Devin Booker dribble style, so he can dribble very nicely in game. And of course, is going to be an S tier. Daniel Gafford, really not that great of a card at center, only 6'10". Just not a great card. I'd probably put him in D tier. I would say Alex Sarr, Pink Diamond, probably a solid probably a solid B tier center card. 7'1" at center, 7'4" wingspan. I think him and Big Z are on the same level. He's a lot quicker than Big Z. Big Z's probably got the better jump shot, better 3-ball, but Sarr is a better defender in my opinion, while being a little bit shorter, a little bit less on the wingspan. But I think both these guys are really good at the center position. Zach Edey, he's like a worse Yao Ming card. I don't know if I want to put him in A, because again, that speed only at 60, really slow card. Another similar card to Big Z, but he is 7'5", 7'10" wingspan, jump shot on quick timing. So I would say he's probably a better card than Pink Diamond Big Z. Him and Sarr, I would say, are on the same level, and I think they're both going to be really elite centers in the B tier category. Pink Diamond Lively, I think, can be serviceable. He's a great defender, good roll man to the rim, can catch lobs, but really doesn't do much else than that. Galixopal Wemby, of course, guys, he's going to be in the S tier category. If his Pink Diamond's there, his Galixopal is going to be in there. That card is probably the best center in this game, besides 100 overall Kristaps. He is absolutely ridiculous. Now, talking about Jokic and Cat, I would say at the center position, they're both going to be in B tier. I view both of those cards to be more of power forwards. Like Jokic, you could run at center, and you could run Cat at center as well, but I think both these cards excel at the power forward position. But at center, Jokic just doesn't really give me that great a defense. I think at power forward, you can kind of hide him a little bit more, where these centers, I mean, all of them have like 97, 98 block, 98 interior defense, where Jokic has only got 90 interior defense, 89 block. So a little bit underwhelming defensively, but I think Cat and Jokic are great offensive cards, but more so at the power forward position. Dark Matter Embiid, again, I think is more of a power forward. I would say at center, he's probably the closest guy to this S tier category, but I would use him more as a power forward. So I think for that reason, he's going to be an A tier. Vlade Divac, a really, really good card, very underrated. Again, I'd probably use him at power forward more often than center, but I do think he's still a very good center card. Dark Matter Chet, I think, again, more of a power forward card, But this dark matter Chet, guys, is ridiculous. 7'1" at center, 7'6" wingspan. Now the thing about Chet is, yes, his strength is only an 84. He doesn't have a great player model. He doesn't even weigh 200 pounds, so he's probably going to get bullied a lot in the paint, but he does make up for it with his defense and his offensive ability that I think, you know what, actually, I'm going to put him in A tier alongside Embiid, just because I think Chet's so much better of a power forward card. Rudy Gobert, I think, is actually underrated. He's a really, really good defensive center. He's got a great wingspan, great player model. I think he's actually going to be in B tier. And then the final card here is going to be Jalen Duran. Can't shoot the ball. Not that great all around. Chet, you could argue in the S tier category, but I think he's a lot more of a power forward. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys. What do you think about my center tier list? Let me know what centers you guys are currently running in the game, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.